tarde. Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So let's start the session. Just give me 1 second. I'm sharing my screen.
सर वो इविशन से पूछा था क्या वो प्लेसमेंट के जो बारे में?
हाँ, मैंने पूछा था। वो कह रहे हैं कि जब कोर्स खत्म होगा ना, उसके बाद
हाँ।
स्टार्ट करेंगे वो।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
पूछा था मैंने, रिज्यूम वगैरह भी वो तभी देंगे।
ओके सर।
हेलो
यस।
सर, दिस मंथ हो गया कोर्स
क्या हो गया दिस मंथ?
AWS कंप्लीट हो गया दिस मंथ।
हाँ, हो जाएगा, वो खत्म है।
ओके,
आज मॉनिटरिंग खत्म, फिर एक स्टोरेज अकाउंट करना है बस।
ठीक ठीक
ठीक है,
ठीक।
फिर मैं टेराफॉर्म स्टार्ट कर दूंगा सीधा,
ओके,
और इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन उसके बाद। सो इंटरव्यू तो आप लोग स्टार्ट कर दो देना। ऑलमोस्ट जो है अपना इंटरव्यू के लायक तो काम निकल ही गया है। So is my screen visible?
यस सर।
Okay, so let's start now. I think the recording is going on. चल रही है ना?
यस सर,
हाँ,
चल।
okay, good.
हाँ सर।
So let's start with the practical of CloudWatch. It's one of the monitoring resource in AWS. It's inbuilt available. So I'm going to log in into the AWS portal now.
Sir, I have a question.
बोलो.
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, Anamika posted one of the review in that the designation was mentioned as system administrator. Is it related to that he has done Azure, sir, but the designation was system administrator, something like that. Is it
Wait.
related to that? Or?
Sisti, in different companies, you will find different designation. If it is system administration, then again in system administration, there are categories. If whether you are the Windows Server administrator, whether you are the Linux administrator or cloud administrator. If the system administration profile is related to Azure, then you will be doing the work of Azure. If it is related to AWS, then it will be for the AWS. So different kind of people can work in the system administration. It can be the pure Linux admin, it can be the pure window admin, it can be the pure AWS admin, or it can be the pure Azure admin. So you need to figure out the job description, what job description they are looking out for. If it is related to AWS, then it's for you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have a question. Sir, as you told that we can modify our current experience. जैसे कि मतलब 1 साल का experience है मुझे, तो current
No,
experience.
I am telling, don't modify your current experience. Just let it be. Whatever experience you have, just keep it same. Just modify some of the job responsibilities. Whatever you are doing in your current role, apart from that, you need to add some additional responsibility related to AWS. So during the interview, you can tell them that I am working on this field, because what will happen, the people who are working on the desktop support engineering profile, they will have to justify that they are really working on the AWS part as well. Because looking at the designation desktop support engineer, it is clearly state that you are managing the end user. So on that particular profile, what you need to do, you will have to add some additional responsibility related to AWS, and you can explain to the interviewer that I am doing the desktop support engineering job, I am supporting the end user. Apart from that, we are also supporting some sort of AWS resources as well, because we have got a new project. You can tell them that we have got a new project like 6 months or 7 months ago, or you can tell them that 8 months ago we got a new project in AWS. So my company has given me the opportunity to work on that service as well, so that I can explore my knowledge. This is for the desktop support engineer in case the evision does not modify any experience. So you guys can add the job responsibility in your current designation. For the service desk people, they can simply add on the AWS responsibility apart from their regular job, and they can tell them to the interviewer that we are handling the calls related to AWS. Like we lock the ticket for AWS related issues, we do the first level troubleshooting. So they don't have to mention that they are handling the end user issues. They can mention that the people who are working on the AWS, they call us or they mail us regarding the issue. Basis on the information, we log the ticket and we do the first level troubleshooting. If we are unable to fix the issue, then it will be assigned to the AWS administration team. So you will have to play in the interview. If you have got a different designation like system engineer, system administrator, operation analyst, then you can completely say them, you can completely tell to the interviewer that I'm working on the AWS, because they will not be able to catch it out that whether you are working in desktop support or AWS. But for the people who are working on desktop support or service desk, they will have to play some smart work during the interview. Understood?
Sir, my current role is remote support engineer.
Then you can tell them that I am handling the issues of AWS over the remote. So
And
you can tell them
also-
that we are handling the level 1 troubleshooting part.
Sir,
We handle
only
the
AWS,
initial.
or also I have to mention that I am also handling the end user also.
What?
मतलब सर सिर्फ यही बोलना है कि completely मैं AWS मैनेज करता हूँ कि मैं डेस्कटॉप के साथ
नहीं, वो रिमोट सपोर्ट में मत बोलना, उनको बोलना मैं AWS पे ही काम करता हूँ.
ओके सर, जैसे हम लोगों ने कई सारी सर्विसेज पढ़ ली हैं, तो उसमें से कोई लेवल है क्या कि जैसे 1 ईयर की एक्सपीरियंस तो इतना ही रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दे सकते हैं, वरना अगर
नहीं,
ज्यादा
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Initially देखो 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, that will be for the IAS services. So we have already completed the IAS part. PaaS we are not going to cover. That's the part of professional architecture. So there is no level in the company that L1 people or 1 year of experience person can do only this work. वो डिपेंड करता है कंपनी के ऊपर कि लेवल 1 वालों से वो क्या करवा रहे हैं, लेवल 2 वालों से क्या करवा रहे हैं. वैसे लेवल 1 और लेवल 2 जनरली सेम ही होता है कंपनी में. वो सेम ही काम करते हैं.
Sir, we can mention all the services that we have studied. That
Yes,
we are
you can. Even if you remember in the last session, when I took the session of Naukri portal, I had shared some of the job description as well. So in case, yes, I also checked with the admin team that video is not available. There was some issue while the recording. So they don't have that recording. Even I also don't have that recording. So I will again organize one of the session regarding that how you can modify your Naukri profile, and I will also give you the job description again. So whatever job description I will give, you can add it accordingly in your resume and you can upload to the Naukri.com. Once the Evision team will get back to you with the updated resume, then you can use that resume for further interviews. Okay?
Sir, I have one job description. Can I show if it is relevant or not?
Yes, just share me the screen. Manage IAM VPC configuration of backup retention AWS. Experience ELB, security policies, ELB route S3. Can you scroll it down? Monitoring the computing such as CPU, memory, storage capacity, network bandwidth, virtual private cloud, routine task, updating software package, patching operating system, pairing. Yeah, that's very great job responsibility. You can mention it. Even just share this in this chat box as well, so that everyone can copy this information. This one is good, guys. You can use this same job responsibility in your resume. You can add on this one, and we have covered everything in this. Only the S3 part is pending, so I will cover it in the next weekend. Just copy and paste and post it in the chat box. Just copy the content, Control A, Control C, and paste it in the chat box. That's it.
Okay, sir. In one go, it is not going.
Which one?
Sir, एक बार में पूरा पेस्ट नहीं हो रहा क्योंकि थोड़ा सा
एक साथ नहीं हो रहा. कोई नहीं, आधा आधा करके कर दो.
आधा तो कर दो.
Just do it in parts. So guys, just copy the content from the chat box. Are you sharing with everyone, or you
So
are
actually it is showing
you are
option
just directly
everyone.
sharing with me? Just click on everyone, then share.
So everyone option is not there.
Okay, it's not there. Okay, I will do it then. Just post the complete content, then I will share again.
I have posted the complete
Okay,
content, sir.
good. So guys, I am pasting one of the content here. It's too long. Wait, let me.
Sir, I have also shared something in the starting. Can you please read?
Yeah, I will check. Wait,
Okay, thank you.
retention policies.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था
बोलो.
जैसा कि सर इविजन जो अपडेटेड रिज्यूमे देता है हम लोगों को, तो वो अपडेटेड रिज्यूमे को नौकरी पोर्टल में वो ही अपने एंड से डालेंगे कि मतलब हमें अपने एंड से वो रिज्यूमे डालना?
वो मेरे को पता करना पड़ेगा. दैट आई डोंट नो कि क्या कर रहे हैं. वो मैं पता करके बताता हूँ. फिर उसका मेरे को आइडिया नहीं. वैसे
Okay,
तो
sir.
मे बी वो खुद ही करेंगे या क्या करेंगे, या
क्योंकि
फिर
सर मैंने जब डेस्कटॉप सपोर्ट का ट्रेनिंग किया था इविजन से, तो
हाँ,
वो अपने ही एंड से मतलब वो अपडेटेड रिज्यूमे में डालते हैं और मतलब
डेस्कटॉप सपोर्ट में तो वो उनके डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटर से कनेक्शंस थे ना. वो तुम्हारे इंटरव्यू ही तो करवा रहे थे सीधा,
हाँ
है ना. हाँ, तो ऐसा ही कुछ होने वाला होगा फिर. अभी भी शायद मैं फिर भी पता कर लूंगा. आई डोंट नो.
ठीक है सर. तो
ठीक है, मैं बता दूंगा
हाँ
नेक्स्ट वीकेंड.
ठीक है
So,
ठीक है.
so I have pasted the content in the chat box. You guys can copy it and can save it in a file, then modify your job responsibility accordingly. Now let me start the CloudWatch practical. Let me finish it first, then we can take some more questions. So I am in the AWS
Sir.
portal right now. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Last
Mhm.
question. My designation is service delivery analyst, sir.
Service delivery analyst. And
Yes,
what you are managing in the company?
It's regarding health service. We are providing technical support.
Okay, so that's okay. You can keep the same designation, service delivery analyst, and you can tell them that we are delivering the services regarding the AWS issues and regarding the AWS deployment. So you can modify the
Okay.
things and you can tell it to the interviewer. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So we are in the AWS portal right now. We want to set up the monitoring system here. So what we can monitor, as I told you yesterday, we can monitor the EC2 instances, we can monitor any storage services, we can monitor the application state. So we can monitor mostly everything. Now, even we can also monitor the load balancer part as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one of the resource here so that we can see the practical of monitoring setup, how we can set it up. So I'm going to create one of the EC2. It can be any resource, whatever resource you want to monitor.
Sir, your
It should be
screen is
there.
not visible, I think.
My screen is not visible.
Now,
Is it
now
for?
I can see it, sir.
Yeah, maybe there is some network issue. So I'm going to create one of the EC2 instance. I am in the origin location and currently there is no EC2 instance running. So let's go to the instance option. It can be any of the instance. It can be Windows, it can be Mac, it can be Linux, anything. So launch instance. The name I am giving is server 01 and image I will select Amazon Linux. Key pair I already have. I will go with the test pop, this key pair. I will go with the default VPC, all the default configuration. Everything will remain same. Just click on launch. So the EC2 instance has been launched here. It's in the pending state. So let's wait for a few seconds. Now it's in running. So let's try to connect with the EC2. Just select, connect, and click on connect. So we have the Amazon Linux running here. And where is our PWD? So we are in the EC2 user home directory. Now I want to monitor the state of this particular EC2 instance. I have this server running on AWS and I want to monitor it. So how to set up the CloudWatch services to monitor the resources on AWS? Let's see the practical. So go to the AWS portal. I'm going to create one of the duplicate now. So we are in the AWS portal. Here what you need to do, you need to search for the CloudWatch service. See, just search for CloudWatch. Once you will search for the CloudWatch service, you can see one of the option in the services section, CloudWatch. Just click on it. Once you will click on the CloudWatch, it will open the CloudWatch management console. Here we are in the CloudWatch series. In the left side, we can see a lot of options. We can see the metrics, X-ray traces, events, application monitoring part, insights. So most of the options are related to monitoring of container, just like this one, the lens. When we go to the application monitoring option, there is a services lens map. This is used to monitor the health of the Kubernetes cluster. So a lot of things are here. Even we can monitor the serverless Lambda functions, which is the part of PaaS services. So we can monitor mostly every service which is available in AWS. So company monitor the resources as per their requirement. So currently we don't have any monitoring here. If you want to check the metric of something, if you want to check the consumption, the metric of something, then you can go to the metric option here. Just click on all metrics. Here you can see your CloudWatch graph is empty because we are not checking any metric here. So if you want to check the metric of something, you need to type the resource ID here. You can type the account ID, you can type the resource ID here. Let's suppose I want to monitor this EC2 instance state. I have one of the EC2 instance here and I want to monitor it. So what I need to do, I need to go to the instance. If I individually want to monitor anything, I need to go to that resource. Every resource will have one of the resource ID. Just like here, in my instance, I have one of the instance ID. So I need to copy this one, go here and paste it here. Then press enter. Once you will press enter, you can see this ID belongs to EC2. And you can monitor 14 level of metrics. You can monitor 14 different metrics regarding this EC2 instance. So if you want to directly monitor something, just like I want to monitor, I have 10 servers running here, 10 EC2 instances, and I only want to monitor the live state of server 01. So I can go to the CloudWatch, I can go to all metrics option, search the instance ID here, then it will open the particular resource. Just click on the number. Once you will click on the number, it will open the different metric parameter for this EC2 instance number 1. See, my server name is server 01. So I can monitor the metric on 14 condition. The first can be CPU credit usage, how much CPU credit is being used. A lot of things are here. See, CPU utilization, network in, how much traffic is coming inside this virtual machine, how much is going out from this EC2 virtual machine, everything. If I want to check the disk read operations, like how much data is there and how much we are accessing. So around 14 parameters are here on which we can check the metric. So it depends upon the condition. If I want to monitor the CPU utilization, that what is the current CPU utilization of this particular EC2. So I just need to select that particular metric, just like here. Then on the top, you need to select the option. How do you want to monitor it? Do you want to monitor it in the line area, in the stacked area, in the number, gauge, bar, or pie chart? If I will select the line option, then it will show me in the form of graph. See, the utilization, it will show me in the form of graph. You can select the timing here. Last 1 hour metric you want to monitor, last 3 hour, or you want to select the custom date and time. So it's up to you. I just created my EC2 instance, so I don't have the data of 1 week, 3 days. I can select anything. I can select even 1 hour, last 1 hour, and I can select any of this option, any of the reflect option basis on my convenience. Just like number is very easy to understand, so we will select the number. Now we can see my CPU utilization is around 0.58%. Because I'm not using it. See, if I click here in the CPU utilization, I can see my EC2 is in US batch 2. My instance ID is this, and it is calculating the average CPU percentage, which is 0.58%, because we are not running any resources here. So it's only 0.5%. What it does by default, after every 5 minutes, it is going to refresh the consumption. Whatever metric you are checking, after every 5 minutes, that is the default behavior. After every 5 minutes, it will refresh the metric and it will show you the live data. So we just see what is the current utilization of my CPU. In case you want to check how much network is coming in and how much is going out, so you can select the options accordingly, and you can see the network in means how much traffic is coming inside this EC2. So it's 4.35 KB, and how much is going out, it's 3.75 KB. That's the default behavior. If the traffic count will increase or decrease, then it will show you that particular number. In case you want to see it in the pie diagram, select the pie. See, here you can see it in the pie now. So whatever is your convenience choice, you can select it accordingly. See, bar diagram. So number is something which is easy to understand. So you can select the live metrics and you can check the status here. This is for the live metrics calculation, that what is the current state of the resource. But there are some servers in the company that you want to monitor every time. It is not something that I am running 300 server and I will come here and I will search for the instance ID, then I will check what is the status. There are some server which is very critical, where I always want to do the live monitoring. That should be in front of my eyes. The metric should be in front of my eyes. The status, the utilization should be in front of my eyes. So for that, what company will do? Company will create the dashboard. They will create the dashboard. On the dashboard, whatever resource they want to monitor, they will attach it. Then it will show the live data in front of your screen. You don't have to go to all metrics and search for the resource again and again. You can create the dashboard and you can plug the resources. You can pin the resources over there. So how to create the dashboard? For that, you need to go to the dashboard option. Currently, I don't have any dashboard, no dashboard available. We just need to click on the create dashboard option. Then you need to give one of the display name. So I am giving -01. You can give any name. Create dashboard.
सर डैशबोर्ड मतलब ग्रुप ऑफ लाइव सर्वर्स.
Dashboard means like suppose you are using your mobile phone. So in the mobile phone, what happens if we click on the home button, we can see all the application which is installed in the mobile phone. But if I want any application to be available on my default screen, like on my wallpaper, some of the application, just take an example of this laptop. If I want to open, suppose I want to open Google Chrome, and if the shortcut is not here, what I will do, I will click on window, then I will look for the Google Chrome option. This is how I can open the Google Chrome. So what I have done, I know very well that on regular basis, I need this Google Chrome. So what I have done, I have right clicked on it and I have created the shortcut. So that's the reason I am able to see the Google Chrome on my taskbar as well. So whatever thing you want to frequently use, you can create the shortcut of that and you can attach it on the desktop. Same thing is your dashboard. Whatever resource you frequently want to monitor, just like in our default scenario, what we were doing, we were just going to the CloudWatch, then we were going to the all metrics option. Suppose I have 10 EC2 instance here and I want to monitor this particular EC2. So I need to copy the instance ID every time. Then I need to search here in the browse. I will have to search it. Then I can check the utilization. So this will be the wastage of time. Even I will not be able to keep track of each and every resource like this. Every time I cannot do the copy and pasting. So there can be some issues. So for that purpose, what company will do? Company will create the dashboard. On the dashboard, whatever servers they want to monitor. Suppose I have 10 server and I want to monitor all of them. So they will create the dashboard and they will pin all the 10 servers on that dashboard. So that on the single screen, on the real-time basis, they can monitor the environment. They don't have to search every time. Now understood?
Yes, sir.
Now let me show you the practical, then you will understand it more. So let me show you from the beginning again. So we are creating the dashboard here. So what we need to do, we need to click on the dashboard option. Currently, I don't have any dashboard available. Just click on create dashboard, give a name, suppose -01. Click on create dashboard. Once you will click on create dashboard, it will ask you to select the widget. That how do you want to monitor the thing? Do you want to monitor it in the line status? Do you want it in the number form? Do you want the pie diagram form? It is the same thing that was coming inside the CloudWatch scenario. See, when we were separately monitor the things, if you have seen properly, when we were separately going to the all monitor option, in the top of screen, we can see there are some different options that do you want to monitor it in the line format, in the stack format, in the number format. And we have seen this as well. So same thing it is showing that do you want to set up the monitoring? So what is your convenience method? Do you want to see the resources in the form of pie? Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'm just getting a call. Yes. So whatever is your convenience choice, you can select it accordingly. I will go with the number because number is easy to understand. I don't understand the graph and all. But if you feel graph is okay for you, you can select the pie diagram, bar diagram, and even you can select everything one by one. So I will go with the number option. Click on next. Now you can see the dashboard has been created, but it's empty. See, it's empty. Now we need to add the resources here. Now you will have to add it. So how will you add it? So we are in the number format. Just cancel this one. See, this is my dashboard. Just click on it. After that, just click on the action, or let me tell you one of the simple method. This one will be some complex for you. Let me delete this. Let me tell you the simple method for it. Otherwise you will get confused. Wait. See, what you need to do in order to create the dashboard, do one thing. Don't go to the dashboard option directly. Just go to the all metrics option, and whatever resource you want to monitor, just search for it first time. Suppose I want to monitor this EC2 instance. So copy the instance ID, search it here, enter. Now this is the matrix. Suppose I want to monitor this EC2 instance in the field of CPU utilization. Suppose let's uncheck all these options. I want to monitor the CPU utilization of this server every time. So just click on this box. Once it is clicked, you can click on the actions. In the actions, there is an option of add to dashboard, that I want to monitor server number 01 in terms of CPU utilization. So I want to monitor the live status of CPU utilization every time. So just click on add to dashboard. Give me 1 minute. I just need to call something urgent. Just give me 1 minute. I will be on mute.
हेलो सर, वॉइस नहीं आ रहा सर।
Sir is on call. Please wait till 5 minutes.
I am back. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just got an important call from the office. Someone has done something wrong. किसी ने कुछ कांड कर दिया. चलो, let's start. So we are going to create the dashboard here. Let me show you from again. So we selected in what category we want to create the dashboard. So I want to monitor this server number 01 and I only want to monitor the net CPU utilization. So I will select this option. Then I need to go to actions. Then I can click on add to dashboard. Now we need to create a new dashboard because we don't have any existing dashboard. See, we just want to create a new dashboard. So in order to create a new dashboard, I need to click on create new. Then we need to give one of the name. Suppose my dashboard name will be -01. After that, it is asking me that how do you want to monitor? Do you want to monitor in terms of number, in terms of bar diagram, pie diagram, whatever? So I will go with the number because number will be quite easy to understand. Then what do you want to monitor? So I want to monitor the CPU utilization. After this, what you need to do now? Now you need to click on add to dashboard. Wait, what happened? Yeah. So after click on create, then you need to click on add to dashboard. The current CPU utilization at this time is 0.23%. Click on add to dashboard. Once you will click on add to dashboard, one of the dashboard will be created. See, this is the live status and it will get refreshed over the time. If I will click on these 4 lines here, and if I will go to the dashboard option, I can see I have one of the dashboard with the name of -01. I can create multiple dashboard for different resources. Suppose I have 10 servers, so I can create different dashboards for that. If I go to the -01, I can directly monitor the status, the CPU utilization right now. So the average CPU utilization on my Linux server right now is 0.23%. After this, what I need to do, once the dashboard is displaying over the screen, we'll need to click on save. Once you click on save, then you need to click on actions. After this, you need to click on share dashboard. So click on share dashboard. Now what you need to do, why we are sharing the dashboard? Because in company, what will happen, there will be one of the monitoring screen. There will be one of the big screen over there. And the critical server will be monitored on the real-time basis in terms of different metrics. Just like we are selecting CPU utilization average. So what they will do, they will create the dashboard in the AWS portal and they will share it with the monitoring engineers. The dashboard will be shared with the engineers who are doing the monitoring. Because I am the admin of this portal, I have the full access. If I want to check the utilization, I will log in inside the AWS portal and I will check my dashboard. But I am not available 24/7. Suppose I am on very senior position, I am not available every time. So in my absence, my team is going to monitor the state of the server. So what we will do, we will create the dashboard from the AWS portal. Then that dashboard will be shared with the engineers. And those engineers will be monitoring the dashboard on the real-time basis. If something goes wrong, they will report it accordingly. So we need to share the dashboard now. We have different options for sharing. If you will select the first option, share your dashboard, then you need to click on start sharing and you need to enter the username and password of yours. Once you will do it, the dashboard link will be shared. You can share it with any other person and that person needs to enter the username and password of their login. This is the first option meaning. If you want that there should not be any kind of username and password, there will be a direct link that you will share with the engineer and engineer can open it anywhere. They can open it on their mobile phone as well. They can open it on their TV, tab or laptop as well. So generally in the company, if the server are very critical, they will do the public share. so that engineer can monitor it from any location, whether they are logged in into the laptop or not. They can even log in, they can even monitor the status from their mobile phone as well. So that's the reason they will go with the public sharing option. Again, it depends upon company to company. If they have integrated their dashboard with the Active Directory or with any kind of SSO integrated application, single sign-on, then what they need to do, if you will provide the SSO credential, they will click on the link in order to open the dashboard from their system. They need to enter their user ID and password one time, and they will be redirected to the dashboard page. So this is for the SSO integration, single sign-on. So generally the company prefers this option so that they can monitor it from any location. Otherwise, we have 3 options. So we will go with this one. You can try this one as well. You can enter your username and password. One of the link will be generated, and the person who wants to open it, they will have to enter their user ID and password. You cannot see this practical. For this, we should have the SSO enabled application available. So we can see both the practical. I will go with the public sharing. So click on start sharing here. It is giving you warning that you are publicly sharing it without any password, something. This is the warning. So in order to share it, you need to type share in the search box. So it is case sensitive. I am just copying this and pasting it here. Then click on confirm and preview policy. You have to confirm to proceed. Maybe this is not typed properly. SHARE. Now confirm. The copy was not successful. There was some space in between. See, it is saying in the backend, it is going to create one of the version with the JSON. This is one of the Java language. See, in the backend. So in order to create the dashboard in the backend, one of the Java string is working. So, okay, I'm okay with it. Just click on accept policy and generate shareable link. Just click here. Once you will click here, one of the dashboard has been created. See, dashboard was already created. One of the link has been generated. See, what we need to do, we need to copy the link now. Link is copied, and we can share this link with anyone, with any of the engineer. What those engineer will do, they will just click on this link, just like this is the link I have pasted in the browser, and they will press enter. Once they will press enter on their personal laptop or on their personal mobile phones, they will be able to monitor. See, we are on dashboard 01, and the CPU utilization average is right now 0.3%. So this link will be shared with all the engineers who are managing the AWS infrastructure. Whomsoever will be available in the shift, they will just log in with the dashboard and they can monitor the behavior. So the link will be shared from the dashboard and engineer needs to open it. Even on the big screen as well, if the servers are very critical, there will be one of the big television screen in the data center and live monitoring will be there on the screen. So we can simply look into the screen and we can monitor that what is happening. So by default, even if you want to change the background, you can see we have the option. If you want to change the background light, you can. In the action, you can see, you can replay the dashboard. Means if you want to refresh this one, you can do it. So chart, pie diagrams, bars, you can, if you want to customize, you can do so. By default, it is working after every 5 minutes. After every 5 minutes, the dashboard is getting refreshed. So fresh data will be collected after every 5 minutes of the average. If you want to check it for 10 seconds of duration, just click on 10 seconds. So now after every 10 seconds, it will refresh the dashboard. It will refresh the CPU utilization. If you want to check it for the last 1 hour, you can click here. If you want to check it for the custom date, you can select it here. Select the timings accordingly. So our server is not very much tenured. It's just only we created it before, I think 40-45 minutes ago. So we cannot check it for 1 day, 3 day or 1 week of interval. So this is how the dashboard is created, and this is how we can share it with the monitoring people, and they can monitor it. Now, what I want, see, every time it is not possible for me to look into the dashboard that, okay, this is the status. It is not possible for me every time to look into the dashboard, to plug the things every time. Yes, Seth?
Sir, link is accessible by all the users of the same account?
No,
Or
no.
anyone can access?
Anyone can access it. That's the public link.
Okay, thank you.
That's a public link. Anyone can access it from any location. If you want to make it restricted, then you can use the second option. The first option, share it with the user ID and password. Then only the people who are the authorized user, they will enter their user ID and password of the IAM. Then they would be able to see the dashboard. If you will share it publicly, just like I shared it publicly, so anyone who have the access of this link, they can just click on it and they can monitor the utilization. So it's not a safe practice. If this link will be shared with you, you would be able to open it without any user ID and password. Okay.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Now, so dashboard creation is very easy. Now, what is my purpose? See, every time I cannot watch into the dashboard, I cannot look into the figures and can analyze the thing. What I want that if I'm not available or if I'm not actively monitoring on the screen, still I should be notified that what is happening. I want to apply some alarms. I want to apply some triggers that if my utilization of CPU is going beyond this particular threshold, then I should get notified. I should get one of the email. I should get one of the SMS. I want that if my server is offline, I should get the alert on my email or I should get the SMS on my mobile phone. So I want to set up the alarm system now. So in this scenario, we have to actively monitor the state, that we need to go to the dashboard every time. We need to look into the screen that, okay, this is the status. We need to refresh it time to time. But this is not a feasible method. If I have the large infrastructure, so that is not possible for me to monitor, to keep an eye on this particular dashboard every time. I'm not a robot. So what company wants? They will set up the alarm system. They will set up the triggers. So how to do it? So let's go to the AWS portal again. I'm just closing this screen. So we are in the AWS portal. Here you need to go to the CloudWatch. So go to the CloudWatch option. Here you can see there is an option of alarm. So you just need to click on the alarm option. Once you will click on the alarm option, you can see I don't have any alarm right now because we have not set it up. So now we want to set up the alarm so that if something goes wrong, basis on the metrics, I will get the email or I will get the SMS or I will be notified on the push application. So let's see how to create it. So go to the in alarm section, click on create alarm. Even you can expand this. See, this will look like this. So just click here, then this will be expanded. So just click on in alarm option, go to create alarm. Here it is asking you to select the metric that basis on what figure you want to set up the alarm. So click on select metric. Now here we need to select the resource that I want to set for the alarm. So what is my resource ID of EC2? This one. Let's copy it, search it here. Click on these numbers. And I want to monitor the state of my CPU utilization, suppose, because that is easy to understand. Rest of the figures on live basis, we won't be able to see the alarm trigger. So let's select the CPU utilization. Check. I want to monitor the CPU utilization, and if the threshold gets reached beyond a particular limit, I should get the alarm. I should get the email. So select the CPU utilization, click on select metric. Now you can see it has selected one of the CPU utilization for AWS EC2 instance. For which instance? For this one. This is the instance ID of my server number 1. So it will monitor this particular server. The name of that server is server number 01. What do you want to monitor in the CPU utilization? So suppose I want to monitor the maximum CPU utilization, or the total CPU utilization, or the minimum CPU utilization, or the average CPU utilization. Suppose I am selecting the average number, that if my average CPU utilization on server 01 on this particular EC2 over the period of time, there are multiple time option. So if my CPU utilization over the period of 1 minute, the average CPU utilization over the period of 1 minute is greater than or equal to, suppose I have selected around 10, that if my average CPU utilization over the period of 1 minute is greater than or equal to 10%, if my CPU is being utilized 10% over the period of 1 minute, then I should get one of the alarm. So I am selecting the conditions here. So select the details here, select the timing here, in which statistics you want to monitor it. If do you want to monitor the maximum utilization, the average utilization, the total utilization, the minimum utilization. So company always prefer the average utilization, because they will just take out the average, that how much average my CPU is going to get used. So you can select it accordingly. After every 1 minute, it is going to refresh. It is going to check the utilization, the average utilization. Now we will select, we will define the threshold here. This is called threshold. That if my average CPU consumption over the period of every 1 minute is greater than or equal to 10%, means if it is 10% or if it is more than 10%, I should get the alarm. If it is below 10%, then it's okay. If it is more than 10% or equal to 10%, I should get the alarm. Why I am giving this low range here? Because we don't have traffic. That's the reason. In company, they will give the threshold like 90%. If the server utilization, the CPU utilization is more than 90%, they will get the alarm. So generally their threshold will be between 90 to 95%. So I will go with the 10%, click on next. See, what do you want? So I want the alarm. Where do you want the alarm? So I want the alarm on my email address or maybe on my mobile phone. The mobile phone will be costly. So I will go with the email option. Now, in order to send the alarm detail, in order to send the alert on your email address, you need to configure the SNS service, simple notification service, SNS. If you want that if the CPU utilization is more than 10%, then you should get the alert on your personal email address or on your official email address. Then you need to configure the SNS service, simple notification service. So here it is sending that where you want to send the alarm. So you need to select one of the SNS. So in order to create the SNS, what we can do, see, there is no SNS found. So we need to create the SNS before the creation of this particular alarm. SNS is a different resource. So how to do it? Just go to the AWS portal and here you need to search for SNS, simple notification service. Just click here. Then you need to type one of the topic. Topic means display name. Suppose I am selecting my alarm 01. Then click on next. You need to select the standard option. What will be the name? So My Alarm 01 will be the name. On the display, what will be the name? So I will go with the same name on the display, the title. Rest of the things will be as it is. These are the optional. Click on create topic. Now one of the SNS is created with the name of My Alarm 01. Now we need to add the subscription here. We need to add the subscription because we have not added anything. That where do you want to send the email or where do you want to send the SMS? So now we need to add the subscription. So just click on create subscription. Automatically it will generate one of the ARN ID, Amazon resource number. Every resource have the ARN number. So automatically one of that has been generated. In the protocol, you need to select the email that I want to notify it on the email. In case you want to notify it on the SMS, that you should get one of the SMS on the mobile phone, you will select the SMS option. Then you need to type your mobile number along with the country code. I am going to add the email option here. This is free option. So select the email. In the endpoint, you need to type your email address. That what email address, on which email address you want to get the alert. So I am using my personal email. In the company, they will be using the DL of the official email address. So I have few email addresses here. Let me check which one to use. I will use one of the fake email that I don't use generally. So I will be using this one, evision.rajesh. Or let's use this one, evisiontechnoserve.rajesh. Let's use this one. So what is the email address? It's evisiontechnoserve.rajesh@gmail.com. So let's copy it and I will use it here. So where is the option? Yes. In the endpoint, I need to paste my email address that on this email ID, I want to get the alert. I want to get the notification. Rest of the things will be as it is. Just click on create subscription. Now the subscription has been added. It is saying that confirmation is pending. You have added this email address, but the confirmation is pending that whether this is the original email address or not. So to authenticate the email address, what we need to do, we need to log in into the email ID. So I'm going to open my Gmail of this particular email. So open it. And you can see I have got one of the mail from My Alarm 01. That is one of the AWS notification. So just click on this mail and you need to click on confirm subscription. Once you will click on confirm subscription, now your subscription has been confirmed. The mail ID is successful now. What we need to do now we can go here. Like my SNS has been configured. See, SNS has been configured. I have the email address registered here. Now I can go to my CloudWatch area. Here, I need to refresh this. Once it is refreshed, now you need to select your particular SNS. That what do you want to do with that particular alert? So we have selected this condition. If my utilization is equal or greater than 10%, I should get the alert. Where? So click on next. So I should get the notification. Click on add notification. Where? In the form of alarm through the SNS. So I need to select my SNS now. So my SNS name is what? My Alarm 01 that we had created here. Select it. It will show you the email address that it will deliver the alert on this particular mail ID. Scroll down. In the EC2 action, you need to select that if the CPU utilization is equal to or more than 10%, then what should be the action with the EC2? What should happen? So now you can define the rules accordingly. So I want that if my CPU utilization is equal to or more than 10%, then what should happen? So add EC2 action. See, it should stop the instance, it should terminate the instance automatically, or it should restart the instance automatically. So what do you want? So you can select it here. If you want that if your CPU utilization is more than 10%, then it should create an additional EC2 instance. One more EC2 should get added to distribute the load. Then you can add the scaling option as well. That if my utilization is going beyond this percent, just like here, if I click on this, see, you can add the scaling option. If you remember, we have done this practical. So we can add the scaling option that if my threshold is going beyond this limit, then it should automatically create one of the server basis on the utilization. But just for now, I want to see the live demonstration. So what I'm doing, I'm going to the EC2 action category, that if my CPU utilization is equal to or more than 10%, it should terminate my instance. I don't need that instance then. It should be deleted automatically. So as a result, I will select this option, terminate the instance. Again, in the company, it will depend what they want. Mostly they would like to reboot the instance. If the utilization of CPU is 90% or 95%, they will first try to reboot the instance. If it does not get solved, then they will set up the rule here in the scaling condition, that if the CPU utilization is this much for a particular period of time, automatically add one more EC2 instance or two more EC2 instances. So it depends on their requirement. I will go with the terminate option, that if my utilization is equal to or more than 10%, the instance should be terminated. Scroll down, click on next. This one I have to remove because we are not using this one, the scaling option. This one also we are not using scaling option. I was just showing you. So my notification SNS is selected here, my alarm 01. We have selected EC2 action. In the EC2 action, we have selected terminate this instance. Just click on next. Again, it will show you one of the script in the backend. So it has nothing to do. Now next, here we need to define one of the alarm name, that if the alarm will trigger to the email address, so what will be the heading of it? The alert that will go to your email address, what will be the heading of it? So suppose I am giving critical alert CPU. How it will go? So it will show you the preview. Currently the preview is not coming, so maybe it will take some time. We don't have to see that preview. See, this is one of the string which will run in the backend. We will get the email address in this particular format. We will see it on the live basis. Just click on next. Here it will give you the summary, what you have selected, what condition you have selected. See, everything is coming as part of the summary, that if the notification, if the percentage is this one, then it should terminate the instance and alarm should go as my alarm 01. So everything is okay. Just click on create alarm. Once you will click on create alarm, now you can see critical alert CPU. The alarm has been generated here and it is showing insufficient data, because as per the threshold, it will monitor the utilization after every 1 minute. So 1 minute is not started now. We just need to wait for some time. So what I am doing, I am going to the EC2 instance here and I am trying to put the workload on it. In order to increase the CPU utilization, what is the current utilization? If you remember the Linux, we have seen the command top. So current CPU utilization is 0.3%. See, now I will create some of the load here so that we can see the alarm status. So in order to create the load, we have one of the script. Either you can create the real load, you can run the process and you can generate the load, but that is not possible because that's a personal scenario. In the personal scenario, we cannot create that much amount of load. That is only possible in the real scenario. So what I have one of the process script. See, this is one of the batch that we can run on the Linux. On every Linux, we can run it. So I will just copy this one. I will give it to you as well. I'm pasting it in the chat box. You can copy it and make the note out of it. So this is one of the script. After, even we have another one available, stress. Stress is also one of the process that we can run as part of a script on the Linux machine, and it will create the loads. So we have two options, stress option and this particular script option. So stress have some command, and this is only one liner script. So just copy this one and go to the EC2 instance and paste it here. Right click, paste, and click on enter. Once you will click on enter, now one of the process has been started. If I will go to the top, if I will check the utilization now, you can see it has been increased. Yes process is running. The yes process, yes one is this yes process. See, this is one of the script. So this is running and the CPU utilization is around 99.9% now. So this is just a fake script in order to put the load on the server. Now let's go to the alarm. Let's refresh this one. Now it will take some time. First time it will take some particular time in order to create the dashboard. After that, after every 1 minute, I think we had selected 1 minute or what? 1 minute was there. So after every 1 minute, it will check the utilization. If the average is more than 10%, then it will generate the alert. So let's wait for it. See, state is okay. It means it has checked. It has checked the first screening of the CPU utilization. Now let's wait for few more minutes. And meanwhile, I am going to my email address just to see if I have got any email or not. So let's refresh the email address as well. First time it will take some time to just get configured. After that, it will run as per the schedule. So schedule we have selected 1 minute. After every 1 minute, it will check the CPU average. If it is equal or more than 10%, it will give me the alert on the email. Plus it will terminate the instance as well. So we need to check it on the spam as well, because sometimes in the Gmail, the mail will be diverted to spam. So I'm here in the all mails section. Let's refresh. And meanwhile, let's go to the CloudWatch, refresh. So let's wait for the alarm generation. And even let's go to the EC2 instance as well. Let's see what is going to get happen with the EC2. So let's go to the EC2 instance option. It is in the running state. It is still working because first time it will take time, as I told you. Because as per the default behavior, by default, it always check the notification after every 5 minutes. That's the default behavior. Then after the 5 minutes is completed, then it will start looking into the threshold as per the value that you have decided. So we have decided, I think 1 minute. So it will check it after every 1 minute. Now again, it is showing insufficient data because the threshold has been surpassed. Now I will go to the mail option and let's see whether we have received any mail or not. Still it is not there. Let me check in the junk as well. Junk, spam. No spam. All mails. And let's see what happened to the EC2 meanwhile. Refresh. It is still running. Where is the utilization is around 99%. It's showing insufficient data. Let's refresh this one again. So I will be on mute for around 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see what happens with this insufficient data. Now we can see it is going to get terminated. It's in shutdown state. Let's go to the email address. Let's see we have got the alarm or not. See, we have got one of the alarm, critical CPU, that we have decided in the US based origin. Let's open this alarm and we can see the alert. See, it's a critical CPU alert. There is insufficient data in the alarm, and this alarm is related to CPU utilization. After every 60 seconds, it is checking the average CPU utilization, and it is showing insufficient data over here. So basis on this particular alert, now the engineer can take the action that, okay, this is the particular alert that we have received. So there is a problem with the CPU. The CPU percentage is 98.0 at this particular time when this alarm got created. So the threshold is 10, and see, the threshold is 60 seconds. After every 60 seconds, it is going to check over the utilization of 10%. And currently when the alarm got triggered, it was 98%. That's the reason this alarm got triggered. So first time it takes around 6 minutes, because 5 minutes is the default criteria, plus whatever threshold time you will select. So we have defined 1 minute. So additionally 1 minute plus 5 minutes is equal to 6 minutes. So it will take 6 minutes first as per your parameter. After that, in every 1 minute, it is going to check the status of the CPU utilization. If it is more than that, basis on the rule, it will take the action. So as per our rule, we have selected that if the utilization is more than or equal to 10%, the EC2 instance should be terminated. So obviously we can see it has been terminated now because the utilization was more than 10%. So it has been terminated. See, the system will be power off, so it will not work now. After some time, connection has been lost. See, I am pressing enter here, but nothing is happening because connection is terminated. The EC2 is deleted now as per the rule. Yes, Seth?
Sir, basic monitoring is 5 minutes, I think, and detailed monitoring is 1 minute. So
Default one is 5 minutes.
okay, default one is 5 minutes and detailed one is 1 minute.
Yeah, the duration that we selected, the threshold duration, that was 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, so after every 1 minute, it is going to check the utilization average. If you will give it 5 minutes or 10 minutes something, then after every 10 minutes, it is going to check the utilization average. So just to save the time, we had selected 1 minute of duration. In the company, it will be after every 15 minutes. Mostly in most of the company, they check the utilization after every 15 minutes. If it is going beyond 90% or 95% basis on their rule, then the alert will get triggered on the email address. And according to the action plan, the AWS CloudWatch service will automatically take the action. If you have selected the auto scaling option, then it will increase the number of EC2 instances. If you have selected the reboot option, then it will reboot the server if the utilization is going beyond that particular limit. So we selected the terminated option. So it has been terminated now. So this was the practical of your CloudWatch. This is how you can monitor the metrics. This is how you can select the dashboards and you can share it and you can set up the alerting system. So that's it in the CloudWatch services. You can do the practical, you can explore the options. And in case you will have any doubt, you can let me know in the next weekend. In the next weekend, we will start with the storage services. We'll start this one, storage services in AWS, S3 bucket. The name of the topic will be S3 bucket. So that we will complete in the next weekend. Okay. So the recording will be shared by tomorrow, not tonight. Admin team is not available right now. So you will get the recording by tomorrow afternoon or maybe in the evening along with the notes. Then you can start doing it. Even the link that you have, in the same link, I will upload the video and all. So you will get it. What question you have pasted? I have a holistic static website on S3 and used route S3 to route traffic to my S3 bucket in a resume portfolio website URL, flimsd.online. Can I show it as a project? I have uploaded today only. My file size is this. Will have to pay the bill. File size is 7 MB. Yes, you will have to pay the bill, Saf. And I will. Is this public site or
Yes,
is
it
there any
it is
restriction?
no, sir, it is public. You can
It is public.
paste the URL and check also.
Yeah, just let me check. Okay, I can see your resume. Yeah, that will work as a project. You can show it. So it's in HTTP. It's not mapped with any certificate. Okay, no issues because for that you will have to pay the charges. So this is good. You can use this one as a project in your resume. But remember one thing, when you are mentioning it as a project in your resume, so if the interviewer asks you that are you fresher, don't tell him that I am the fresher. Just tell him that when I was learning the AWS, like 1 year back or 2 year back, that time I had created this project. So it is still available. That
Sir,
you
it will
can
show
tell
the
them.
date when it was uploaded.
Just tell them that I just refreshed it.
Okay.
I am actively working on this particular site. So I am daily modifying it along with some content or along with some refreshment. So you can add it as a project. You can even directly use it as your resume link. In your personal description of the resume, you can mention that more information about me can be seen on this particular link.
Okay. So also I have attached the resume PDF.
Yeah.
If you will click on the download CV option, then my
Yes,
CV will
yes,
also be
I can see that as well.
Yes.
So that is good. You can use this one. That will work. You can mention all your details in this link, and you can mention this particular link in your resume as well, so that interviewer can open it and get more details about you. Then you can explain that I have created this particular thing on the S3 bucket. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
So
that's
I
good.
have to
You
pay
can
the
do it.
bill. Okay.
Yes, you will have to pay the bill. If you will keep it, then you will have to pay the bill. So
Okay,
do it
so
during the time of interview, not keep it as it is. Otherwise, the bill will be generated. It's not that much costly, but again there will be charges like 300 or 400 rupees per month. There will be charges unnecessarily.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will say delete, and during the interview I can.
Yeah, you can delete it, and once the interview is scheduled, then you can do it. It's hardly 10 to 15 minutes of practical. You can just create it and you can update the resume part. Keep the same link in the resume, and during the interview process you can do it and you can tell it to the interviewer.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you very much for your time. Have a good night. Let's connect on next weekend then. Bye.
Sir, thank you.
Bye.
Good night, sir.
Yeah.